fingers close, the ref said. And he's nearly put me in the eye before. Feels like the back of my eyeballs hurt.
Knows what happened. Could he see? Couldn't he see? Could he continue? Only he knows that.
Jones just took aim at Tom Aspinall in a fiery new post that has shaken the MMA world. Fans are now questioning whether this jab signals Jones's long-awaited return to the octagon. The heavyweight division is heating up again, but before his UFC 321 fight against Cyril Gane, Aspinall made it clear that Jones wasn't on his radar. He said Jones was the last person on his mind, explaining that his focus was simply on staying active, enjoying the sport, and making the most of his prime years.
I couldn't care less, to be honest. Honestly, he's the last person on my mind this week.
Did that bother you at all, having to deal with that? Because you didn't do anything wrong. You obviously wanted that fight.
I just wanted to fight. Right. Didn't matter if it was him or somebody else. The issue was that I just wasn't fighting and I wanted to. I was healthy. So I'm aware, me, just like anybody else, we've all got a sell-by date in this sport. We can all only do it for so long. I've had a relative amount of fights now. This is going to be my 10th or 11th UFC fight, I think. So I'm not going to do this forever. So I just wanted to fight while I...
The controversial end to that fight. Questions began circulating about whether Tom could have continued after the injury. Reporters pressed Dana White for clarity, but the UFC president was firm. Fighter safety always comes first. No one can be forced to continue if they believe they're hurt.
Just like, I can't make people fight, right? If I want to put together a fight, I can't make people fight. And you definitely can't make somebody continue if they feel they've been injured. Only Tom knows what happened. Could he see? Couldn't he see? Could he continue? Only he knows that.
After Dana's remarks, MMA Guru analyzed the eye poke that stopped the bout. He said it looked brutal and clearly affected Aspinall. The MMA community quickly split into debate. Was the stoppage fair, or could Tom have continued safely? The incident instantly became one of the most talked about topics in MMA.
Anything about the eye poke here, it's tough. The eye poke was brutal. That looked like a disgusting eye poke that we saw there on Tom Aspinall. I'm not surprised. Anything along those lines would be good when asked what your thoughts on the eye poke stopping the fight were.
He looked damn good tonight.
Yeah, Cyril Gane looked damn good. And then we just moved.
Whittaker also shifted focus to Cyril Gane's performance, saying he looked strong and composed, showing real technical growth despite the controversial ending. Even with the stoppage, Gane's sharp striking and composure under pressure impressed everyone watching. Guru reminded fans that comparisons to Jon Jones didn't matter here. What stood out was how well Gane executed his game plan.
Thoughts on the eye poke and the way the fight ended and how it all went down? Yeah, I thought a lot. Jon Jones, listen, guys, Jon Jones, after his performance against Cyril Gane, a lot of people wrote him off, but he looked damn good tonight. Again, maybe we'll try one more time, but maybe we won't, and we'll just move on to another topic. But the initial question was his thoughts on the eye poke.
Whittaker later concluded that while the eye poke caused an unusual ending, both fighters displayed elite skills. He said the stoppage shouldn't overshadow their performance and hinted that a rematch could bring the clarity everyone wants. The drama has kept fans curious about how both heavyweights will approach their next fights.
Okay? Jon Jones is just... the way he made Cyril Gane look, Gane looked damn good tonight. We got nothing but, fucked. No mention of how brutal it was, about how Gane raked his eyes with his fingers. Nothing along those lines.
Dana White praised Gane for silencing doubters, saying many underestimated him after his loss to Jon Jones. He added that the way this fight ended actually makes a rematch far more intriguing than before.
Yes, I agree. I think that, I said earlier, because of the Jon Jones fight, I think everybody was sleeping on Cyril Gane and sort of wrote him off. And he's right behind me. He's coming in next, so you guys can ask him how he felt. But I feel like, I'm sure in his camp, he was training like an animal for this fight, and it's unfortunate that it ended the way that it did. And yes, I think that there probably will be a lot more interest in the rematch after they saw, he had Tom bloodied up, and, Tom didn't want to continue in the fight. So the rematch is very interesting.
The audience. From the hospital after the fight, Tom Aspinall shared the painful reality of the eye poke. He described it as excruciating. It felt like someone pressing on the back of my eyeball. He mentioned the poke came dangerously close earlier in the round, despite referee warnings. Tom said the pain and vision loss made it impossible to continue, emphasizing that it was the scariest injury of his career.
I'm near enough knuckle deep, mate. I can feel how deep it was now. You already got one twice? At least once for poking. Keep his fingers close, the ref said. And he's nearly put me in the eye before. Feels like the back of my eyeballs hurt.
Just sting you.
It's not even stinging now, it's painful.
That is the setback. Tom remains determined to recover and continue his career, calling the incident a painful but temporary obstacle.
It feels like my eye. Someone's touched the back of my eyeball.
Can you see it, Google?
Not really. I can't bit.
Can you read what it says on the doors there?
No. So say you've got your eye socket like that, and the eyeball sits in it there, like that. Yeah. It felt like his finger hit the back of the eye socket when he pushed it in. I just couldn't see.
Oh, it will go after 2 minutes. That's the relate with me.
Yeah, it just puts everything into perspective. Like when we're going in, I can't see well. It's a dangerous sport, man.
You were saying it's scarier than what you did to your
It's
leg.
way scarier than what I did to my knee, because you know that the knee's just going to be all right, whereas your eye, still don't know how it's going to be.
Jonas O'Malley also broke down the fight, saying the replays revealed how deep the eye poke actually was, hitting both eyes. He credited Cyril Gane's sharp first round, praising his movement, jabs, and composure. O'Malley said both men looked great until the unfortunate stop, calling it one of those heartbreaking moments in MMA where nobody's truly at fault.
At first when I saw it, it didn't look that bad. Then they zoomed in real close up. Both eyes. He got fingered. 2 in the eyes. One of his fingers even went in his mouth. Oh, like it was deep. Cyril Gane was looking so good in that first round. Tom Aspinall's nose was bleeding. Cyril was landing with that jab. I got a heavyweight. You go in there, and a lot of the times a heavyweight, you see guys not really engage too much because it takes one punch, especially from 2 big punches like that. And Tom was kind of pushing, like coming forward. Cyril was landing beautiful jabs, circling around. He won that round. Both those guys, for being heavyweight, can move so well on their feet. God, that was going to be such a sweet fight. And I thought Tom was going to go out there and kind of run through Cyril.
Vialas added that Tom's frustration was understandable, as no fighter wants their main event to end that way. He compared it to his own experiences, saying fighters love to compete, and accidental injuries are the most painful endings to accept, especially under the bright lights of a UFC main event.
It's going to be a very interesting fight. I mean, I guess running it back makes sense. Post-fight reaction from Tom Aspinall. What the fuck you booing? I'm the one that got poked in the eye. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not the one that poked him. I get it. You're frustrated. I don't think the fans weren't booing at Tom for not continuing. I don't think the fans are booing because, it sucks. It's the main event. You want to see a fight. But every time like a first reaction happens, a nut shot, an eye poke, you don't think it's, all right, it's going to get stopped. And when it does, it sucks. Oh, God, I remember when the Pedro fight got stopped. It was in the second round, and I was feeling like I was just getting started. You just see those guys heartbreak in there, just not being able to compete and do what they love to do. They put all this work in.
What do you think happens first? Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira? Or Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane rematch taking center stage? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more MMA news and breakdowns.